Alright, a no fog morning here in San Francisco. Warm, but it's going to get much warmer later on. We do have a small or a slow onshore push of wind, which should keep San Francisco pretty much in the 70s, maybe the low 80s. Right now we have some wind, so sorry about the wind noise. We're going to talk about the Amazon rainforest. Is it a tipping point from oil and gas extraction, a major driver of deforestation? So when the oil companies coming in, they need roads built, and then the roads become throughways where people build cities and towns, and more forest gets destroyed. Wherever humans go, they destroy all the landscape that's around it, and they'll replant it with something else. It doesn't belong there. The rainforest is unfortunately on the brink of collapse, irreversible collapse. It's very hard to make rainforest. It really is. You know, it's very interesting because the Paris Climate Accord makes it perfectly clear that there's to be no more fossil fuel expansion anywhere on the planet Earth. But yet we're just ignoring that. And who are the ones payrolling all this new exploration in the Amazon? Well, of course, it's the usual, the banks. Banks that are still in the Amazon are Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, Deutsche Bank, HSBC Bank, and JP Morgan Chase Bank. They're all in it. They're in it for the money, and they don't care whether they have to turn the air conditioning on or not. It's no big deal to them, and they don't give a damn whether there's over 400 nations that live in the Amazon that call small portions theirs. And these oil companies just come in no matter where you are. Just plow it down, stick oil up, stick a pipe in the ground, and start sucking. And they have no respect for the native people that live there. 400 different nations. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The U.S. had hundreds of nations on the continent, yet the Europeans came and took it anyway. That's exactly what's going on now with the Amazon. Just made a really long video and forgot to hit record. Oh well. So, as I was saying before, I didn't push the button, is that I don't believe in doomerism at this point. I think we're in a very serious situation. But when humans get into serious situations, they can usually, get their way out of it one way or another. And just like the COVID thing, where we've pretty much gotten out of that if you're willing to vaccinate. But if you're not, well, I hope you like hospitals. But one thing I did want to talk about was how all this nonsense in the U.S. Senate and House are putting in these horrible voting rights legislation in the red states to guarantee that they win next election. But my question is, if they're not going to stop, what's stopping the Democrats from doing the exact same thing for themselves? Why don't they redistrict in all their places so that they win? I mean, why are the Democrats so weak that they just can't fight anything? They're in the majority, but yet they're pretty much worthless because they won't do the things that need to be done. Get rid of the filibuster and all. It's a life or death situation right now. We've got to get on this environmental ball game immediately before we lose the game, and we're not too far from losing it. So that's all I have to say about that, is that we deserve the government that we put in. And right now, there's no hope for any of the government situations at hand as we speak. I definitely do appreciate all the last comments, all the ups, the downs, the new subscribers, and until next time, don't forget your comment.